everyone, and welcome to another video. In this one, I'm going to be doing a commentary talking about the MASTERCRAFT variant of the ABR-223 tactical rifle here in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So guys, today's video is actually going to be in two separate parts. The first part of the video, which you are watching right now, is going to be a sit-down commentary of me talking about the particular class setup that I have for this video, as well as in for the second part of the video, I am going to be doing a live commentary of me using that class in Black Ops 4. And guys, before I actually get too far into today's video, I just want to note about the gameplay, and that is, the gameplay that you are going to be watching in this video is actually one of my top 3 best gameplays that I ever got. First of all, I ended up going 50-2, which is a 25 KD, which is already quite good, as well as I got that in TDM, so that means it's a 50 kill TDM, and that's the thing, it was in standard TDM, not TDM 100, and that was actually my first ever 50 kill TDM game, as well as I ended up going on a 26 gun streak. Unfortunately, I did not get the nuclear. I died 4 off by a purifier. However, nonetheless, it was a pretty awesome gun streak, and if this were World War II, I would have got the V2 rockets. So yeah, guys, now that I got the intro out of the way, let's actually dive right into the video. Alright guys, so of course we are going to be talking about the MASTERCRAFT variation of the ABR-223 tactical rifle. Now, how you actually unlock this MASTERCRAFT variant, and that is, in Operation Absolute Zero, all you have to do is make it up to tier 75, and then you are going to be unlocking this MASTERCRAFT variant. Now that's the thing, at the time of me making this video, it's actually January 18th, 2019, so that means if you're watching this in the future, there are going to be other operations, so that means if you're watching this in the future after Operation Absolute Zero ends, you cannot unlock this particular MASTERCRAFT variant. The ABR-223 is a very consistent tactical rifle in the game. You unlock it at level 34, and it is of course a burst fire rifle, and it is a very consistent rifle in the game. Honestly, it's one of my favorite weapons in the game, and that is just because it's very consistent. The recoil on the weapon is very low, as well as the fire rate is actually quite fast, and alongside that, it's actually a very fun weapon to use. So yeah guys, now I am going to be showcasing the created class, and it's going to be on your screen right now. So as you can see, of course, this is the created class I have for this video. Now we are going to be using the ABR-223, and of course we are going to be using the MASTERCRAFT camo. Moving over to the attachments, my first attachment is going to be an ELO sight, and that is just because the iron sights for the ABR-223 are a little bit hard to use, so that's how come we are going to be using an ELO sight. Now if you guys would like to switch this out for a red dot sight, it really just depends on your own personal preference, so feel free to go ahead and do so. Moving over to my second attachment, I am going to be using stock, and that is just because I noticed that with the ABR-223, as well as with the other tactical rifles in the game, sidestepping as well as maneuvering and strafing is a lot slower on the tactical rifle category than it is on the submachine guns as well as the assault rifles, so that's how come of course we are going to be using stock. And then for our third attachment, we are going to be using quick draw, and that's just because you want to be able to get your iron sights up as quickly as you possibly can. I noticed that with the ABR-223, it takes a little while to get your iron sights up, so that's how come we are going to be using quick draw. And then finally, we are going to be using the operator mod. Now if you never use the operator mod for the ABR-223, you don't know what it does, it basically turns the weapon into the XR2 from Call of Duty Black Ops 3, being that the operator mod is actually called Repeater, which turns the burst fire ABR-223 into a auto bursting rifle, which means that if you hold down the trigger, it's going to be automatically shooting off bursts. So that's really useful, and honestly it's one of the best operator mods in the game, and if you haven't already tried it out, make sure you go ahead and do so. Moving over to the gear, I am going to be using acoustic sensor, and then for our perks we are going to be using scavenger, and that's just because you do not want to run out of ammunition. And then dead silence is really useful, and that's just because if you are going to be playing against enemies that do have headsets, you don't want your footsteps to be too loud, so that's how come we are going to be using dead silence. So yeah guys, that's the created class I have for this video. And talking a little bit about the gameplay, if you guys were wondering, this was actually recorded out of theater mode. That's how come the gameplay may look a little bit weird. However, unfortunately I was not recording when I was playing this particular game, and honestly thinking about the gameplay, if I played it a little bit differently, I could have got a better score. I was only using UAV, counter UAV, as well as sniper's nest when it comes to my score streaks, so if I were running more lethal score streaks, I might have been able to get more kills, as well as if I played it a little bit more smart, I might have been able to get the nuclear. However, nonetheless, this is one of my favorite gameplays that I got in Black Ops 4, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah guys, that's going to be wrapping up the commentary portion of this video, and yeah guys, enjoy the live commentary. Alright Alright guys, so welcome to the live commentary portion of this video. Now one thing that's very interesting about the MASTERCRAFT variant of the ABR223, and as if you go over to the MASTERCRAFT, you can see that actually changes once you get 5 kills as well as 10 kills. And honestly, it looks really cool in my opinion. Once you get 10 kills as well as 5 kills, you can see that actually some lights come out of the wings on the weapon. And yeah, now I am going to be joining up into a game of standard team deathmatch, and then a little bit later in this video, I might actually go ahead and play TDM 100. So yeah guys, I will see you when I join up into a game. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are going to be joining up into our first game, and this time we are going to be playing a game of standard team deathmatch here on Seaside Sunset. And that's the thing about this MASTERCRAFT camo for the ABR223. The ABR is a pretty slender weapon, however if you put on this MASTERCRAFT variant, you can see that it really bulks up this weapon, and honestly, I think the MASTERCRAFT variant for this weapon is actually really cool in my opinion. I thought it would be pretty distracting, however the wings on this particular MASTERCRAFT actually make it a little bit easier for me to aim. I'm not completely sure why, however that's just my experience. Alright, we're actually doing pretty well over here. Going 4-0, which is actually a pretty good start to the game. Oh, wait a section. Alright, we might have been able to get a double kill, however my teammate sniped the other person. And yeah guys, if you would like to, feel free to comment down below what are your thoughts on this particular MASTERCRAFT variant here in Black Ops 4. Honestly, I think it looks really nice in my opinion, and if you are around tier 75 of the current operation, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and grind out and make it all the way up to tier 75, so that way you can unlock this particular MASTERCRAFT camo. You guys will not be disappointed. And that's the thing guys, at the time me making this video, we are roughly halfway through the current operation here in Black Ops 4, which is actually Operation Absolute Zero. So that means shortly we are going to be into the next operation, and I cannot wait to see what the next operation brings. Honestly, I'm hoping to see some throwback DLC weapons to older Call of Duty games. That would be really cool because with the weapons that were added in during this operation were brand new weapons that we did not see in any other Call of Duty game, which are really good in my opinion. However, I think it would have been cool if we did end up seeing some throwback weapons to other Call of Duty games, as well as I cannot wait to see what the MASTERCRAFT camos as well as the reactive camos are going to be like in the new operation. Also guys, I mentioned this in another video, and that is I want to see exactly when we are going to be getting the MASTERCRAFT variant for the Vapor Assault Rifle, and I mentioned this in another video, and that's if you guys actually did not know, for Operation Absolute Zero, in the trailer, we actually saw some gameplay of a MASTERCRAFT variant for the Vapor Assault Rifle, and honestly, it was a really cool MASTERCRAFT camo that we saw in that particular trailer. And oddly enough, it was not in the tier system of Operation Absolute Zero, as well as we've not seen it in the item shop up until this point. So hopefully we end up seeing it very shortly. That would be really awesome, because if you watched the trailer and you saw the gameplay, it is a really cool MASTERCRAFT camo in the game. So hopefully it does end up getting added into the game very shortly. And wait a second. There's a lot of people over here, and I have my Tempest. Alright, and I actually got killed by a person using the Annihilator. However, nonetheless, here we are. We're going to be calling in the Sniper's Nest, and hopefully we can finish up the game and maybe break 30 kills. That would be really cool. Alright guys, so that's going to be the first game. Ended up going 31-3. Really good KD in my opinion, as well as we dropped a good amount of kills, at least for team deathmatch. So yeah guys, that's going to be our first game, and I will see you guys in game number 2. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are going to be joining up into our second game, and this time we are going to be playing TDM here on Nuketown, which is actually really good. Nuketown is one of my favorite maps here in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, so hopefully we can end up doing some work with this ABR. So yeah guys, that's where I'm going to be ending off this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplays that I showcased in this video, as well as I hope you guys enjoyed the video overall. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like on it down below, as well as make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will be personally notified by YouTube whenever I upload a new video. We are on the grind to 10,000 subscribers before the end of 2019, so all subscriptions are very much appreciated. So yeah guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope to see you in the next one.